Alrighty, guys. Hello and welcome back to the show. So I'm going to be playing a good amount of ladder tonight. Some of this is going to be to test out. Okay. So I actually just played a game against this guy. I was thinking about uploading that game, but he gave up at like 4 minutes into the game. So that was why I was like, only if you give up again. Only if I attack hard. All right, well, guess what I'm doing, bud? I'm attacking hard. That's the way I play the game, okay? Like, wow, that was an embarrassing... It's an embarrassing voice crack right there. Alright, so there's a shitload of mass. But I'm going to be doing a good amount of ladder matches tonight just because I'm testing out different streaming settings because I ran into some issues last time I did a stream. And I'm trying to get those sorted out. I'm trying to figure out whether it's like an issue with my network, because I'll run like a speed test and it says, oh yeah, you've got like 40 megabits per second up. And I'm like, great, I'm only uploading 10 megabits per second. And then I'll be dropping frames due to network lag. So maybe it's a cable, maybe it's my rendering. I don't know. I might have to swap my 2080 in to this machine, but I do want to get this machine up to kind of streaming standards so that I can do more regular streams. So I'm kind of using this as kind of a test bed for it as I'm stalling energy. And sorry, you've got my system stats up there as well. I'll remember to remove those next time. But for now, you get to see. This kind of leads me to believe that it's not my GPU, that it is my network, but I don't understand why it would be my network. Considering speed test is telling me that I should be able to upload the amount of data that I'm trying to upload. So, you know, I don't know. God, I fucked up my build. I've been trying to. So since Willow's video where only if I attack hard, you douchebag. Let me pull this shit. So since Willow's video where he talked about like balancing my power a little bit better, I've been trying to work on that actually. My first attempt was actually in a game against Kappa. It was a disaster. So we're gonna see if this one goes any better. But yeah, it's only Mech Marines right now. I mean, it's not like a huge deal. It's kind of irritating, but we'll be able to sort it out here. Yep. Goodbye. Oh, there's another one right there. Go get that one. I didn't even attack that hard last time. He just got unlucky. Like, both of his labs got picked up by my tanks that were expanding, and this time it didn't happen, so he's probably feeling pretty good about himself now. Hopefully that means he won't just give up immediately. Yep, that's not gonna work. Okay, I need to get another queue going over here. For a long time, or for not for like a long time, but for a while I was doing basically just going tanks instead of building in artillery in my initial build order, and I just kept running into times where I was like, I really wish I had artillery right now. So I'm gonna start. I've started adding artillery back in. I don't know what he's talking about. He's like, only if you attack hard. Man, this guy came out at the gates swinging, baby. He's going super heavy. Going super heavy. He's all up in my business right now. And that's the only way to play, though, baby. You gotta play for keeps. You gotta play to win. Hats off. Respect. Okay. Alright, I need radar down here. Desperately. My engineer that was going to be building radar got picked off, so now I've got this whole situation where units are just on a rally point running past my defensive line. So we're gonna fix that. Consider it fixed. Okay. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. Pretty breathe. That mix is not constructed. It's okay. We'll get there. Alright, I need you to go reclaim all that stuff. I need you to build that and reclaim that stuff. I have no air. No air to speak of. That is a problem. Alright, let's go ahead and force the issue here. He actually might not have gone super heavy T1. See? No air. God. Comes back to bite me. Once again. A bomber is going to kill this poor defenseless engineer. Can we pour a drink out for Jim here? Jim is going to die. Goodbye, Jim. Oh, no. He's going after my mexes. Jim's okay for now. Let's get a read on what's going on over here. That's a PD. We don't want to go into the PD. You still got this rally point right here. I think we just park a couple tanks in that little 3-mex expansion. Got interceptors on the field now. Alright, he's got a tank there too. Alright, deal with that. Build that max. Grab me some reclaim, baby. Baby, yeah. Please kill this bomber. Please do it for me. I'm gonna name this interceptor Joe. Good job, Joe. Is that what we named the engineer? Nah, the engineer was named Jim, that's right. Alright, gotta kill that bomber. Got a little invading force in right here. We can get in right here, though. There is nothing to stop us here, baby. Yeah. Those look like some dead mexes on my screen. Also looks like we're overflowing mass on my screen. Let's panic real quick and upgrade too many things that we can't afford. Whew. Oop, skirt the PD. Skirt the PD. Oh, T2 mechs. Yeah, let's kill that. That needs to die. Kill that tank before it kills our artillery. T2 mechs down? Maybe? Okay, thank you. Alright, sweet. Now we've got some artillery up here. We can push this position. Let's get everything moved forward. Get more mass even though we don't really need it, you know. Because why not? Got that. Okay. We're rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. I do love me some good new metal, let me tell you. He's just got all of his units on like these weird rally points. And it's not serving him well. Alright, PD's down. Let's go. Let's run another scout over. Still overflowing mass. Somebody help me with my problem, my addiction for overflowing mass. Alright, I think he's GGing out again. Alright, I'm not gonna tell him GG until he actually GG's. But yeah, it's not looking good for him right now. Alright, artillery. Please clear that out for me. Thank you. Got another bomber. Alright. Let's get in here. I am going to do a post-mortem on this game because I do want to help this guy out a little bit if I can. Assuming I win. I have an idea as far as what he's done wrong. I have multiple ideas on what I... Actually, multiple ideas. I know what I've done wrong in this game. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that I've been floating mass for like the entire game. Okay. Alright, we need lots of T2 on the field. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I also need to manage my units better. Manage units better. Kill that T2 mix. Oh, is he turtling? Yeah, he's turtling. Okay. We're not going to do what we normally do in these games and just, like, ram ourselves into a turtle. We got map control. We've got tech advantage. Well, not tech advantage, but we do have map control. So we just need to keep him from getting further out. And we're good. It's still on that rally point. That's a terrible rally point. Okay. I think he has gun on his commander. Nope. Just the vanilla commander. Does have a couple triads, though, in the back of his base. All things being said, like, I probably could overwhelm him with T1, but... been burned doing that in the past, so... If he wants to control K, I'm gonna let... Like, he can control K, but... I don't really want to, where is this rally point? Okay, there is no rally point. Let's upgrade some more mixes. Do we go T3? I don't know. I mean, I can probably finish him off with T2. But I also don't have really a problem with teching just for no reason. Got that next as well. I feel like these factories are being built entirely too slow. Build all of our mixes, grab all of our reclaim. I'm going to turn you off and send you to making reclaim engineers, which is something I never do and something I'm terrible at doing. And gosh darn it, we're going to do it this game. Overtax our mass income? Maybe, but you know. What kind of game would it be if I'm not overtaxing my economy? Gotta keep upgrading mexes. Keep upgrading mexes. Keep building storage around said upgraded mexes. All those T2 factories producing. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, there's nothing really in his base that's all that scary. I just need to get a lot of T2 units into the field so that I can just kind of overwhelm him. Also could upgrade radar. We'll get T2 radar. It's got 3 triads in there. As well upgrade to T3 while we're at it. Is he offering his commander up? That is the $1,000,000 question. Too bad he's offering it to this side. I can't tell if he's baiting me into something. Why is Shift G not working for me? Okay, no, he's just offering his commander up. All right. So let's talk about what happened in that game. Because I think Indicator has a lot of good tools at his disposal here, but I think he's lacking some stuff that we could help him with. Oh, very sweet. He had a little sneak proxy thing going. I just gotten a T2 radar, so hopefully I would have been able to pick up on that. But let's go ahead and look at the replay real quick. There are a couple things I want to point out. That game went a little longer than it probably should have. But I will see you guys in a few seconds. Okay, and we're back. So, a couple things I want to talk about in this game. We're going to bump this up a little bit. First thing, I want to look at Indicator's build order here. And as he's kicking off again, you can see same shit again. I lose, you win. He did not give up this time, though. And honestly, like, Indicator, if you're out there, if you watch my channel, like, hats off to you, all right? Like, you played a good game, and hopefully this can help out a little bit. Okay, so first thing, I don't think that this is a bad... Okay, now it might... Well, I don't know. It's not that bad of a build order. Because I think you went second air, so I think that this ratio of P-gens, if you're going second air, 7 P-gens is usually a good number for second air. What you did really well at was getting mech marines out quickly. And on big maps like this, early pressure can do so much if you can get it out quickly, just because the other player probably doesn't have radar. They've got vulnerable engineers out here. Any tanks that they might have, like this guy or this guy, probably going to miss the incoming raiding parties. And you did a fantastic job of getting in past like my initial tank screen. Okay, so all right, you did go second land, so this is too many P-gens to go if you're going second land. This is way too many P-gens at this point. I don't see an air factory queued up. I would assume you went third air, which is good. I think that's too many P-gens at least. I don't. Well, all right, here I am like, oh, it's too many P-gens, and I'm doing the same shit. I still power stalled. Okay, so that's actually not too many P-gens. I don't know though. Okay, that's way too early. This is too early to go for a T2 max. Let's back the speed down a little bit. So we'll pause this real quick. Let's talk about what wins games, okay? Now, What wins games is units and map control. It is not how much mass you have. How much mass you have comes as a consequence of your map control. So grabbing more map equals more mass, okay? Upgrading mexes should only be done after you've grabbed map control. And this is one of those things where it's like something that I preach all the time. And it's not something that I practice very well. So take it from me with a grain of salt. Like I think I know a lot of things about how this game should be played. And a lot of the things that I know don't always translate into practice whenever I'm playing my games. So, take it with a grain of salt. But this is too early in the game to be going for a T2 Mex upgrade. 4 minutes into the game, you don't have all of your starting locations yet. You only have 2 land factories up. You're going for your 3rd. What does your mass situation look like? Okay, you're actually power stalling right now. So upgrading this is not helping your power situation, and it won't help your power situation because then this Mex is going to take more power to run in the future. But you only have 2 land factories up. You're going for an air factory, another land factory. And compare this to kind of my situation here. 4 land factories, getting my air factory up. I've got 5th and 6th land factories on the way. That's all mass and power that instead of dumping it into a T2 Mex, you could have put it into additional land factories. I think that would have been super helpful for you. There was one thing that Jagged said a long time ago on one of his streams, and it was that if you have more mass, a lot of players' knee-jerk reaction is, I need to upgrade mexes. And I am the first person to be guilty of this. You guys saw it in this game as well. Like, I kind of panic upgraded mexes. But if you're looking to be like a really, really good player, which I'm not really looking to be like a fantastic player, but I want to help other people become fantastic players and hopefully beat the shit out of me in the future. But if you're looking to be a fantastic player, more mass means more factories. It does not mean upgrade more mexes. Man, you got a second one at T2 now. Yeah, so too early on the mass infrastructure investment, and because you've invested this mass on these T2 mass extractors, you've now lost map control. Like you're pinned in now at kind of 30 to 40% of the map, which is not enough. Other thing to talk about here is you've invested a good amount into point defense. And so going for point defense is really good if you have units to back it up. But you're only operating off of 3 land factories right now, and you're using point defense to kind of shore up the gaps, which is fine, but you need land forces to back it up, and you don't, which allows me later in the game, as we saw earlier, to just kind of waltz up and take this with artillery. And you miss this little run by right here. This point defense did like next to nothing, because again, it doesn't move. If you had units here, you would have been able to save this very prematurely upgraded T2 Mex. As it was, you ended up losing it. Now you've got 4 mexes upgraded to T2. Okay. Let's take a step back. So this is 3,600 mass. Oh shit, you've got a 4th one in here, or 5th one in here too. So this is 4,500 mass. I think it's 4,750. I think it costs 950 to upgrade. And only 3 land factories while you've invested this much mass into upgrading mexes. So again, going back to kind of my initial point here, where mass in and of itself doesn't win you games, it's how you use it. And if you're throwing your entire economy into upgrading it to get you more economy, but you're only operating off of 3 land factories, that's not going to work out in the long run. And I'll use again myself as an example here. We've got 8 land factories here that are cranking. I don't think I'm mass stalling. Matter of fact, I think I'm mass overflowing at this point. Even with the 8 land factories that I have, I could have easily gone for 12 in this game before things got hairy. And you just end up losing out. Like, there's no way there. You cannot combat 8 land factories with 3 land factories. You just don't have the production. And the point defense, while they're good if they're augmented by T1 units, then but they're not good otherwise. So next thing what I want to talk about is, let's talk about these rally points. So can I see rally points? Okay, so you've got a rally point that is up here for the entire game. Now this is solidly controlled territory by me, and those units are just going to be trickling through a very large army. I'm pretty sure you had another rally point down here for a long time that was like targeted to right here. And that's again just going to be trickling units through kind of large enemy forces. So whenever you're putting up these rally points, it's great to be aggressive with your rally points, but you need to remember where they are and where your units are going. So if you have a rally point like these that are just kind of trickling units in, that's just wasted mass, and you can see kind of all the wrecks along the way of just units that I've kind of picked off with this little army here on as they're kind of just trickling their way out. So you need to make sure that you're dynamic with your rally points. That was one thing I learned a lot about in the Teammate and Me tournament that Penguin taught me was, and I talk about that tournament all the time, mostly because I learned a shitload from that tournament. But recognizing where a bad rally point is and then being able to adapt to it is, I think, really, really important. And then I think kind of your last ditch effort here was going for triads. So let's again talk about what you should do in this position. What you should do in this position is not build triads here. They need to be further forward. Like ideally you build one here, like in this area right next to this wrecked point defense, and then you might build another one down here. And that secures a lot more area than triads do back here. So once you kind of secure this area, you can get out here. You can take these mexes again. But even if you end up not going for that, I would definitely be going for additional T2 land factories instead of going for mass storage. Because again, you're investing mass into your economy right now, but your economy is not going to win you the game. You're also going for a T2 power generator. Do you need this? No, you don't need it. You don't need it at all. Yeah, so again, investing a lot of economy into economy for economy's sake. And you need to be building additional T2 land factories up here at the front. Could have spammed out some pillars. That would have really put me on the back foot, and it would have given you an opportunity to claim, maybe get back your 30 to 40% of the map. And then from there, you could push out with triads and do like a little point defense creep maybe, or get like a comm upgrade, maybe go gun with some overcharge, and really force me into a position where I'm on the back foot, because my T2 is getting rolling, but it's not 100% there yet. And these are all just ideas, honestly. I have no idea if these are good suggestions, but I think that thinking a little bit more strategically instead of thinking tactically could have helped you out a lot in this game. We'll speed this up a little bit. I don't know if I have really anything else to say on this game. Bringing in large T1 force. That's kind of whenever I was like, oh, okay, his comm's out there. It's unprotected. Go after the comm. Game over. So, long story short, TLDR, indicator. You need to think a little bit more strategically and a little bit less tactically. So, well, in some areas. So, as far as your mass infrastructure, the entire game you were investing into economy for economy's sake. You need to be investing into economy as a means to produce more units so that you can win the game, not just so that you can continue building more economy. That kind of fundamental mindset shift, I think, will help you out a lot. Second thing is, if you're going to go for T2 point defense, you need to put it in an area where it will be useful. So back here at the back of your base, it'll be useful at the very, very last minute, but dropping some up here to secure more of the map for yourself would have been huge. And I think that those are the two main takeaways. Oh, third main takeaway, build more land factories, for the love of God. You had so many T2 mexes and only 3 land factories. On a map like this, 10 by 10, if you're in a ladder match, 8 land factories, I would say, minimum at T1. I think that I was light on land spam this game at 8 T1 factories. I think I should have gone for 10 to 12. 10 by 10 map, especially one that's semi-open like this, you need a lot of land spam. Target 8 to 10 land factories minimum. I would say, depending on what your long-term strategy is, you might want to go 12 to 14. Just depends on the game, depends on your kind of play style, etc. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap the game up, or I'm gonna wrap the video up there, guys. I've rambled for a really long time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.